Tonight, students in Carlton are stepping up as the local VFW struggles to stay afloat, why they say they needed to help. Plus, another coronavirus vaccine has received approval, and experts say it could speed up the process of getting Americans vaccinated. But first, the mother of a 3-year-old boy who was killed 3 months ago is speaking out on the day police arrested the man they say is responsible.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. After 3 months of investigation, today Duluth police arrested a man for the death of a young boy. Now his mother is speaking out, hoping to save other children. Duluth police arrested 30-year-old Jordan Carter today. On September 4th, officers responded to a home on East Colorado Street on reports of an unresponsive child. They found 3-year-old Cameron Gordon so badly injured he was rushed to Children's Minnesota Hospital in Minneapolis. Cameron died just 2 days later. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner ruled his death a homicide earlier this week. Now Carter faces a second-degree murder charge. Carter was engaged to Cameron's mother, Heather Bouchard. She described Cameron as funny, sweet, and her best friend. Bouchard says she had no idea her fiancé was a danger to her son. She wants other parents to know child abuse is real and it can happen to anyone.
He was loving. Like, he truly only knew love. And so that's what makes this hard, is he didn't do anything to deserve this. Not that any kid was, but he was so good that I just don't know what he possibly could have done.
Bouchard is raising money for the Midwest Children's Resource Center. It's a child abuse program run by the Children's Hospital that treated Cameron. 100% of the profits will go to the organization. We'll have a link to the website where you can buy a T-shirt on our website. An FDA advisory panel of doctors and scientists recommended a second COVID-19 vaccine today, this one made by Moderna. If approved, the company could then begin shipping millions of doses earmarked for healthcare workers and nursing home residents. Combined with Pfizer's vaccine, 50 million Americans could be vaccinated by the end of January. CBS News correspondent Naomi Ruckham reports from New York.
The FDA advisory panel voted to recommend approval of Moderna's COVID vaccine a week after it endorsed Pfizer's.
It looks like the benefits outweigh the risk from what I've seen.
With the panel's blessing, the FDA is expected to quickly give it the green light for emergency use.
The vaccine efficacy rate for symptomatic COVID-19 infection was 94.1%. We also observed a dramatic reduction in severe cases.
There are differences between the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. Pfizer's must be stored at a lower temperature, while Moderna's has a much longer shelf life at regular refrigeration. The virus has killed more than 310,000 people in the U.S. so far, including over 3,600 in 24 hours. In Tennessee, which has the nation's highest infection rate, the governor urged everyone to wear masks.
It is a very hopeful day. This vaccine brings hope into what has been otherwise very dark season of pandemic.
This week, hospitals are welcoming more shipments of Pfizer's vaccine. Healthcare workers at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles got their first doses as the hard-hit area pushes to inoculate 6,000 frontline workers by Christmas. And 85 residents of this nursing and rehabilitation center in Largo, Florida got the vaccine, as the nation's most vulnerable are among those receiving it first.
And while the second vaccine was receiving approval, many Northland healthcare workers celebrated today as Essentia administered the Twin Ports' first round of COVID-19 vaccines. The FDA authorized emergency use of the Pfizer vaccine 6 days ago. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo heard from a Duluth doctor who was among the first to receive the vaccine and shares her message to the community.
But this is such a hopeful day, so I'm so grateful for this day. Dr. Andrea Beeland works with COVID patients every day. She's one of the first healthcare workers to receive the COVID vaccine.
When COVID started, that seemed so far off in the distance that it was hard to imagine that we would get to this day, for me at least.
Beeland didn't hesitate to get the vaccine. She's thankful to everyone who made it a reality.
All of the so many different layers of people all through the country who've been working so hard to make this day possible.
In phase 1, frontline workers like Beeland will be the first to get vaccinated.
Oh my gosh. Oh. This is finally something that we can offer and that we can do for our healthcare workers and our frontline workers who are dealing with this every single day. But the cool piece is this is affecting them not just professionally but personally. So lots of tears of joy today.
Yay! Beeland says there's still a long way to go before the pandemic is over, but the vaccine marks the first step on the road toward normalcy.
I didn't feel happy. I felt beyond grateful. I felt like beyond happy.
Essentia Health has nearly 1,000 doses and vaccinated around 120 workers today. They'll continue every day until they run out. Essentia expects to receive weekly shipments of the vaccine. Peter's here for a look at the weather. It is Friday Eve. That's what I like to call it. And it's not too bad out there.
No, it's not too bad at all, actually. Some are, though, a little bit cooler than others because of where there's clouds and where there isn't. But today, overall, was actually a really nice day for most. Sunshine prevailed as we headed through the rest of the day today. Temperatures were able to climb into the upper 20s as well as lower 30s. 28 degrees is where we topped out at Duluth International on top of the hill. 28 as well in Hibbing, 30 in International Falls, 28 in Baudette, 32 in Solon Springs, as well as 33 degrees in Ashland. So a nice kind of warm, mild day out there compared to what we've been seeing. Right now, temperatures in Duluth, 20 degrees with those mostly clear skies overhead, but those clouds will begin to fill in quickly as we head through the rest of the night. You can tell where there's clouds and where there isn't. Where there isn't clouds, we're seeing temperatures in the teens, if not single digits, like Silver Bay coming in at 7 right now. Then off to our west, you can see they're sitting in the mid to upper 20s. Plenty of clouds out there. So for tonight, temperatures fall back into the upper teens for most of us. Those clouds will begin to fill in. That's on association of a cold front that works its way through the region tomorrow, bringing with it some snow. I'll talk timing and totals coming up. Kristen?
Thanks, Peter. It's a hurry up and wait moment on Capitol Hill as congressional negotiators struggle through a handful of remaining snags on a must-pass, almost $1 trillion COVID-19 economic relief package. The holdups mean a weekend session now appears virtually certain, and a top lawmaker warned that a government shutdown this weekend cannot be ruled out. But all sides appear hopeful that the wrangling won't derail the legislation. The central elements of the aid appear in place and include more than $300 billion in aid to businesses, $600 direct payments to individuals, vaccine distribution funds, and money for renters, schools, the Postal Service, and people needing food aid. The state of Minnesota announced almost $200 million in funding for housing today. Duluth received a portion of that, focused on addressing the city's housing crisis. Almost $16 million is going to build a new 52-unit apartment building called Brewery Creek. It'll be located on 6th Avenue East and 4th Street and includes 26 units specifically for homeless youth. The 70-unit Windwood townhomes received money for a complete overhaul. The state also awarded the Duluth HRA $75,000 so they can give grants to people for home improvement projects. Mayor Emily Larson says these projects are crucial because housing is a human right.
We would never want to see anybody we love or care about be unhoused or to be precariously housed. It's stressful, it's unhealthy, it doesn't work, and we need our community to be supported and to be working.
Construction on the Brewery Creek project is expected to start next fall. If you'd like to apply for a home improvement grant from the Duluth HRA, we'll have that information on our website. The VFW, a place where many veterans go to socialize and reminisce on times and memories made while serving our country. But Carleton's VFW has sat empty for several months due to the pandemic and could be forced to close for good. CBS3's Emma Quinn shares how students have taken it upon themselves to help those who have helped us.
A community staple since 1934, the Carlton VFW is in danger of closing due to the pandemic.
Right now we're into the 4th month of being shut down, which basically shuts down all of our fundraisings for the community, the veterans hospitals that we help.
The nonprofit didn't receive any CARES Act funding the first round. VFW members say they're down at least 50% in revenue.
And we use all that money to help in the community and to maintain the building.
So members of Carlton High School's Student Council and Social Studies teacher Ryan Schmidt created a GoFundMe page to raise money.
We have a pretty close relationship between the school and the armed forces, and so it was just kind of natural for them to see the need and to understand that it was something that they could help with.
The kids said the veterans have already done so much. It was time to return the favor.
These are people that, they've already given service to the country, and they still are serving our community with some of the things that they do, and now they're in kind of a tight spot. And it's just a chance for us to, as corny as it sounds, to give back.
VFW members say it's humbling knowing they're getting support.
Yeah, it humbles us. It humbles us. It makes us feel appreciated. It really does.
So far, the students have raised more than $1,500, and their goal is to raise $10,000. For more information on the fundraiser or how to donate, you can find a link on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, one company in St. Paul has been protecting COVID-19 people from COVID-19 in 2 major ways. Find out how next.
And we've got some snow for tomorrow, but as we progress through the next week or so, it seems like temperatures are going to take a nosedive. Just how low does the mercury go? I'll have those details coming up.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS 3.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,100 plus no payments for 90 days. See your local Kubota dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
Right now, millions of people and billions of devices are connected to the internet. Homes, businesses, hospitals, schools. The security and reliability of these connections are more important than ever. That's why at MediaCom, we've built a network to protect them. A network that sees threats, fixes problems before they occur, and keeps you going with 99.99% network reliability.
This holiday season, Duluth Parking and the Greater Downtown Council encourage you to shop, eat, and celebrate at downtown businesses, which are vital to our local economy. The Duluth Area Family YMCA is here for good.
Everything's really spaced out. Everybody's good about wearing their masks. Compared to other gyms, the YMCA, they definitely have the best procedures here.
Are you ready to commit to a healthy lifestyle? Purchase 3 personal training sessions today for only $99.
At Ed Barbo's Columbia Clothing, we're celebrating our 115th anniversary. Find the perfect gift and all at special prices during our celebration. Ed Barbo's Columbia Clothing, featuring fashions in good taste for men of all ages.
Lake Superior Magazine invites you to shop Lake and local at the Lake Superior Gift Shop, located in the Skywalk at 109 West Superior Street. Open 10 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, or visit online anytime at lakesuperior.com.
Happy holidays from Duluth Parking and downtown Duluth.
As a person with a disability who values living independently and being safe,
it's great to know Access North has partnered with the Minnesota Department of Health to be a covert community coordinator.
Please help us protect people with disabilities and other vulnerable Minnesotans of all ages from COVID-19.
Contact Access North Center for Independent Living, your local COVID community coordinator resource for people with disabilities.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement.
And welcome back. Pretty nice day out there for today. Temperatures were able to climb into the upper 20s. Also, we saw some of our first glimpses of sunshine of what feels to be a while, actually. The average temperature for this time of the year, 22 degrees. Last night we got down to 15 degrees, all way above our average, which is 7 degrees. and far, far above the record of -21 set back in 1884. Currently from Duluth, 20 degrees with mostly clear skies overhead. Winds blowing south between 7 miles per hour. Visibility 10 miles. Visibility 10 miles, as you can see. Visibility stretching well onto the horizon. Well, right now the clouds are beginning to fill in, all in association of that cold front that begins to work its way into the region tomorrow morning into early afternoon tomorrow. As you can see, the clouds are basically just west of us here in Duluth, all the way from International Falls, Bemidji, Brainerd Point south, basically all the way down to I-35. And those clouds will gradually begin to fill back in as we head through the rest of the night tonight, and that'll help the temperatures kind of moderate, and they won't nearly drop as much as they have already for some of us. You can tell where the clouds are and where there aren't clouds. For Duluth and points west, you can see temperatures are there, are basically already still in the upper 20s. 28 in International Falls, 27 in Big Fork, 28 in Baudette, 27 degrees in Bemidji. But then you take a look at Wisconsin as well as the UP of Michigan. Take a look at where their temperatures are already. 9 in Watersmeet, 18 in Ironwood, 7 in Silver Bay, 10 in Two Harbors, 12 in Solon Springs, as well as 12 in Superior. So you can tell where those clouds are because the clouds kind of act as a blanket, almost insulation of sorts. Helps to keep the temperatures from kind of dropping off. So as we head through the rest of the night tonight, those clouds will begin to gradually fill back in. As we head towards Friday, 1 a.m., they're approaching even further west. And then by 7 a.m., we're all clouded in, basically, mostly cloudy skies for your morning commute. And as the clouds give way to a little bit of snow shower activity as we head towards Friday, late morning into the early afternoon. I'm not talking about too much snow, maybe just enough where it could slick up some of the roads. That snow quickly is out of there by Friday, 5 o'clock. Just leftover snow in the Arrowhead region towards Grand Marais, and so as well as the UP of Michigan and South Shore of Wisconsin there. But it's not producing all that much snow. We'll clear things out for Saturday. Saturday we start off a little bit cool, but we warm up nicely into Saturday afternoon with those mostly sunny skies overhead. Not talking about a whole lot of snow. Basically, say anywhere from a trace to 2 inches possible for here in the Northland. Forecast for tonight, temperatures fall back into the upper teens as well as lower 20s. Some of us might be a tad bit cooler than that because of those clouds taking a while to progress through the state. 19 for a low in Duluth, 17 in Hibbing, 20 in Grand Rapids, 22 in Baudette, 21 in Bemidji. I wouldn't be surprised if Ashland and points south of there, Wisconsin, as well as Grand Marais and Silver Bay, we're talking about temperatures in the single digits maybe because the clouds haven't quite filled in yet. Temperatures for tomorrow, talking about temperatures in the lower 30s, 33 in Solon Springs, 32 in Duluth, 28 in Hibbing, 29 in Grand Rapids, 28 in Baudette, 30 in Bemidji, with those snow showers overhead. And here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We clear things out for the weekend. We start off the weekend a little bit cool, 24 degrees, but warm things up for Sunday, and then we cool things right back down as we head towards Christmas Eve on Thursday.
All right, thanks, Peter. Some Minnesota companies are acting fast to make sure the vaccine gets to all areas of the state quickly, and it has to be stored at extremely cold temperatures. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield shows us how one St. Cloud company is helping protect people from COVID in 2 big ways.
There's a lot going on at this family-owned St. Cloud business, and Brendan Moffat is fast at work.
I'm happy to have a job.
The grateful father and husband knows amidst COVID, many aren't so lucky.
I've known a lot of people that have been laid off or they've lost their jobs entirely, especially I have friends in the food industry that have lost their jobs or been laid off.
And the job he is thankful for is more important than ever. McGowan Central is supplying oxygen for COVID patients on ventilators. Hospital demand has quadrupled.
Knowing that this is going, it could potentially save someone's life, or, you know, it could be going to someone's home to help them so they can stay home and not to go out to get things or whatever if they have breathing problems.
They are also making dry ice to safely ship and store the vaccine.
It can travel longer distances without, melting, and it's obviously much colder than wet ice.
The Pfizer vaccine is to be stored at between -70 and -94 degrees. The ice here at Central McGowan, this dry ice, is -110 degrees. Their ice boxes are just starting to go out as the vaccine trickles in. They will supply small hospitals and clinics all over the state.
It's gratifying, it's rewarding. It makes us feel like we're more than just distributors of product. It gives our team something to be passionate about.
Because right now, their livelihood is helping save lives.
There's a lot of pride in us to be able to take care of this and to, help people get better or to not get sick at all.
The company says another reason dry ice is in high demand right now is because with so many closures, many restaurants and grocery services are shipping for at-home delivery. Still to come, many folks in the Northeast are still digging themselves out after a brutal storm hit. Details on the snowfall next.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, Essentia Health pediatrician Jonathan Knight talks about the importance of vision screening for children.
Vision screening is really important. A lot of disorders present early on. We can pick them up early on. And in fact, a lot of vision loss can be prevented. The risk of that can be reduced by as much as 50% by the age of 7. So if we identify it early, we can make some changes to prevent some blindness. So we actually start examining children's eyes right away when they're born. We have a tool that we use at every well check called an ophthalmoscope that we use to examine children's eyes to identify for any early problems that may arise. So it may not seem like a vision exam because they're not reading the eye chart, but we're actually looking at their eyes and trying to identify things that might cause some problems later on in life. One thing we look for a lot is cataracts, and if you don't identify those early in infancy, they can lead to permanent blindness.
Other things Dr. Knight looks for include if a child has difficulty focusing, if they don't respond when you look and smile at them, if one eye is brighter than the other, or if one eye wanders.
There are a lot of things that you can find out if you know what to look for. One of the things I want to say is that some kids, you wouldn't know they have a vision problem until later, but you can pick it up earlier if you use some sort of instrument-based screening as young as 1. Many kids can be put in glasses at a time you might not notice a lazy eye yet and could make a big difference in their overall vision into adulthood. Most kids don't really react negatively to that. They kind of get excited because they already notice that they're having some troubles.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
To learn more about this and other health topics, visit essentiahealth.org/medical insight.
Station KBJR Television, Inc., an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to providing broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should contact Caleb at KBJR Television, Inc. by calling 218-720-9600. If you are interested in launching your career in any of Quincy Media's 16 television markets, apply for our paid Quinternship program by visiting QuincyMediaCareers.com/Quinternships.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Move snow with your new John Deere from Duluth Lawn and Sport.
Coming up Friday on CBS3 this morning, Natalie Grant will be in with your morning news. And for weather, I'll be tracking a cold front, which will be bringing some light snow showers to the region. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS3.
Tonight, at least 5 deaths are blamed on the mammoth snowstorm that slammed the east. The cleanup could take days in parts of Pennsylvania and upstate New York that got more than 3 feet of snow. In New York, police responded to more than 600 accidents. This deadly pileup in central Pennsylvania Wednesday involved more than 60 vehicles. Despite concerns over shipment delays, St. Luke's University Health Network in Pennsylvania did receive its Pfizer COVID vaccine delivery this morning. Throughout the Northeast, wind chills are expected to dip into the teens and single digits tonight and tomorrow, potentially creating hazardous conditions on the roads. And in the locations that saw 2 to 4 feet of snow in this storm, chances are at least some of that will stick around for a white Christmas. Coming up in sports, it's back to basketball and winter sports in parts of Wisconsin. Hear from Northwestern basketball next.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
The nursing program at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is really challenging, but it has to be. It's approved by the Board of Nursing. And graduates here have been successfully passing the state board exam. They give you real-world experience with healthcare institutions across the community. I'm really glad I chose Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
Hurry into Fleet Farm to get the best deals of the week. Save big on things like all men's Field & Forest shirts. 30% off our low fleet price. Whole cashews or deluxe mixed nuts. 1 pound bags, only $5.99. And select Cooper tires. Buy 3, get the 4th free. Plus, enter our snow removal sweepstakes for a chance to win a 24-inch Husqvarna snow thrower. See store or visit fleetfarm.com for details. Fleet Farm. We've got you covered.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Chicken, beef, gyros. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
In 2016, Mike missed out on a tax credit because he didn't get his health insurance through MNsure. He was sure he made too much money to qualify. He did it again the following year. And again. And again, and you get the picture. Every year, thousands of Minnesotans miss an exclusive tax credit through MNsure that averages over $5,100 a year. This year, be sure you're not one of them.
Maybe I should go through MNsure this year.
That is exactly right, Mike.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. We all want to regain what we love in life. To get there, we all need to go forward and do our part.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3.
Is your child on track? As a caregiver, we love watching babies reach milestones, like that first smile, that first giggle, first steps and words. Some children need a little extra help to learn and grow. If you've noticed that your child isn't reaching certain milestones, don't worry. Free help is available for children ages birth to 5, whether your child is at home, in daycare, or in preschool. The Help Me Grow referral system connects you to the early intervention program in your area. Visit helpmegrowmn.org or your local school district to make sure your child is on track.
I chose a career that isn't easy, it's dangerous, and it's hard. Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College has set me up with everything I need to succeed. Through challenging classes, longer defensive tactics training, and instructors who work in the industry, Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is setting me up for success.
Though it may not be so for high school sports here in the state of Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin are getting back to action. Tip-off is underway for the girls and boys basketball seasons for the Northwestern Tigers. CBS3's Ryan Campos spoke to the team about how the season will surely be different than years past and how happy they are to have a season at all.
The time has finally come for both the boys and girls basketball teams at Northwestern High School to return to action on the court.
We're grateful for every day we're here. It could end anytime. Nothing's guaranteed this year, so we're just grateful to be out here to play.
Both teams are also required to wear masks during games and practices per the WIAA, whether on the court or on the bench.
It's pretty tough, but we just got to do the best we can. It sometimes slides down, but you just got to keep it up the best you can. I try to bring 2 and switch it out at halftime so when I get sweaty. It just makes it a little bit better in the second half.
But players aren't the only ones making adjustments for this season, as athletic director Brian Smith has had to make multiple schedule changes so far early on in the season.
We rescheduled probably 10 games already this month because of issues with other schools and things like that. Making sure we follow protocols, make sure we have processes in place, make sure we have permissions in place from the county, from our school nurse, from our school board.
But Smith says at the end of the day, making sure the kids can get back on the court against other teams safely is what matters most.
We're very excited that they get the opportunity to play and start on time when we did. So I think they're making the most of it, which makes me happy.
The Northwestern girls are back in action on Friday night as they host Cumberland, while the boys travel to Cumberland next Tuesday. And switching gears to hockey, just like that, pod play is slowly coming to a close for the UMD men's hockey squad. The team gears up for their final game of 2020, and it's a good one, folks. They will meet up with 4th-ranked North Dakota Fighting Hawks. It's the second and final time the two teams will play each other in the regular season. Just a week ago, the two clubs skated to a 2-2 tie, with the Dogs being awarded the extra point in a shootout. Head coach Scott Sandelin says he's hoping his team's recent efforts will carry over into Saturday's contest.
It's the last game here in the pod, and against another great team. So hopefully we can come out and have the kind of effort over 60 minutes that we did for most of this game. And if we do, we'll give ourselves a chance. But it'll be a battle, so we're looking forward to it. I mean, it's a great way to end the pod against a team that we like playing.
You can catch Saturday's game on the My9 Sports Network. 12:05 p.m. is set for puck drop. It is UMD's final game of the NCHC pod. That is before they return home. Home sweet Amsoil Arena. The regular season is slated to begin following the pod in teams' respective home arenas on January 2nd. Again, the full list of games being broadcast on My9, as well as the entire hockey schedule, is subject to change, as is everything in 2020. As of right now, they will open with St. Cloud State on January 2nd. It may just be the preseason, but by golly, I want to talk about Minnesota basketball. At Dallas tonight, Ricky Rubio, I will never get tired of seeing him in a Wolves jersey once again. Look at that bun. 5 words, though. Anthony Edwards. It's a nice bun. First overall pick. Edwards was pretty slick with the long ball tonight. 13 first-half points for the rookie. Second quarter, I need to get a Rubio highlight in there. Ricky with the drive and the bucket to extend the Minnesota lead. Timberwolves get their first preseason win in overtime. His hair has just really matured over the years, and it's just like this big. I'm going to toss it to break before Kristen throws something at me. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break. It's good.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the CEDA's commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The instant read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
The Greater Downtown Council encourages you to celebrate downtown this holiday season. Your support of local businesses is vital to our local economy.
Your parking peace of mind as well as your health are important to Duluth Parking. Our off-street, Skywalk connected locations are open and ready for your business, where the first hour of parking is free.
AP Training Duluth is offering Fit for Life, a virtual home-based personal training program. Fit for Life is a 4-week, 4 days per week regimen with personalized coaching all from your own home. Next course begins January 4th. Enroll today at aptrainingduluth.com.
Tisher Gallery has moved to Canal Park, featuring award-winning images of the Lake Superior region. We have artwork for every home and business. Tisher Gallery. Take a piece of the North Shore home.
Show your love to Duluth's downtown waterfront. Keep it local and enjoy the holidays.
The historic gateway to Duluth, the St. Louis County Depot, is now the heart and soul of arts, culture, and history in our region. And now more than ever, we need the joy found through the arts, the graceful beauty of dance, drama and excitement, the works of artists and artisans, our long and proud history preserved, and music to inspire. The Depot United campaign raises funds for all the organizations at the Depot. We need your support now more than ever. Donate through the mail or go online. Arts, culture, and history need you.
Men's Wardrobe by Mainstream Fashions for Men. The annual gift givers sale is going on now through December 31st. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Well,
Welcome back. You're taking a live look at the Lift Bridge, where later tonight a big shipping moment is expected in the port of Duluth Superior. That's because the last Celti of the season is scheduled to depart the port. It's the Federal Oshima carrying 26,000 short tons of wheat off to Italy. All ocean-going vessels have to clear the St. Lawrence Seaway by New Year's Eve, which is the day before its winter closure. We're all pretty familiar with the plows that rid our streets of snow, but now MnDOT wants us on a first-name basis. MnDOT is naming their snowplow fleet, and they need your help. They're asking people to send in creative, witty, and fun names. We have a link where you can submit your ideas on our website. I have a good one.
What?
Peter the Plow.
Peter the Plow.
How about that?
I don't know if anybody's going to submit that one.
I am.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we might have to get to know those plows a little bit in the next 7 days.
Okay.
We have a chance of snow a little bit tomorrow, and then also a little bit come Monday. It seems like Monday's storm could drop a few inches of snow, so it's something we're going to want to keep an eye on.
All right. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday.